Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It's time for Hippa Tuesdays again. So this week I wanted to talk a little bit about HIPAA compliance. HIPAA compliance, oh, what an interesting subject. Well, I know it's kind of boring for most people, but what a lot of people don't realize about HIPAA coverage, they understand that hospitals and doctors, they're required to keep their personal information personal. They can't share it with other people. Well, that is true for us insurance agents as well. A lot of people do not know that whatever you tell me is confidential, because I need that information to help make sure you get the right coverage. I came across an instance just last week where a woman called and her husband need health care. And I was asking her about medications and doctors and things like that. And she said, well, I need to tell you something, but my husband didn't want me to tell you. I'm like, okay, what? And the husband had been hospitalized. But, his take on it was, well, let them find it. I don't need to tell them because I don't want that to affect my rate. Well, two problems here. One, you may end up with the wrong plan because you did not disclose all the information to me. And two, that's actually insurance fraud. If there's questions about certain things, we do have to answer those honestly. Some instances it doesn't make sense. It depends on the coverage that you're applying for. If it has underwriting questions, you definitely have to answer the question correctly. If it does not, then that's fine, but it can still affect the coverage you have, because if I don't know that and know what the conditions are, then we may not pick a plan that's going to cover that condition moving forward in the way that you would want it to be covered. So that's super important to know this. And when I have people tell me information like that, and I let the wife know, I'm not going to say anything to your husband that you told me this, but I'm glad you did, so that I have that information so I can make sure we look at the proper plans for you. So very important. HIPAA compliance is a big deal. I only collect the information I need to run a quote. If we do move forward with coverage, then yes, I do need a lot of other personal information. But again, I type that into the computer, whichever site I'm using. It's very safe. And I don't like keeping people's personal information because I don't want to be responsible. But that's just a heads up, because most people don't realize insurance agents are subject to HIPAA rules, just like doctors and medical providers. I think that's very important to know, and important to know you can be completely honest with me about your healthcare needs, and that won't end up on Facebook. Until next week, peace out.